So, I kind of wanted to just hop on and share a little bit of what I've been thinking lately, up to now. Because let's be real, this girl never stops thinking. First, it's Friday, and I hope everyone has been having a fantastic day. It is the week before Thanksgiving, and I know kids are getting out of school, and you're getting your plans already. Some of you have like a week off, so it's like, a little mini vacation with your family. Cherish it. But I just kind of wanted to hop on because the last couple weeks, personally, have been extremely chaotic. I'm talking about mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, however you want to claim it. Chaos has been in the center of it. And it made me really, really think about how you have to control your thoughts. You have to control what you're thinking, what you're putting out, because it's going to affect you one way or another. I've kind of summed it up to this. You have to have a breakdown, a mental breakdown, in order to have a mental breakthrough. Now, hear me out. I'm not talking mental breakdown, like that. I'm talking a mental breakdown in terms of your thoughts have been overtaken by all chaos, all disturbance, it's a disturbance of peace in your mind, honestly. But that led me to a breakthrough. And I'm not talking like I figured out the speed of light. I'm talking about I had a breakthrough to my mental state. And I'll be honest, a lot of you may or may not know Elias. When I say he is one of the most peaceful minded people that I have ever encountered, I mean, not just because we're together, not just because I've known him, I mean, ever. Like, this guy, he worked hard, trust me, he worked hard. But his mental state is so peaceful, and maybe that's just why we balance each other out, because Lord knows he carries a lot of that. So thank you. But for so long he tried to explain to me that it's the way you think, what you're telling yourself, and putting into action. And when I say that I had a mental breakthrough this week, I had a mental breakthrough. Like, it was like 3 a.m., just boom! It connected. I wish it wouldn't have took that long. It's life. But I made the mental connection that everything you do has to be done through peace and intention. I'm talking about with your relationships, with your career, with your health and well-being, with your spirituality, or wherever you are in life at this moment. You have to train your mind and retrain it every single day that you get up to not think the way you thought 5 years ago, because you have grown, you have learned, you have experienced, and you can't go back to that. And I've really tried to put that into action. I am not a patient person. I am not a patient person by any means. Over the years, I've learned with my 2 daughters. Even more now because both my kids require much more attention. I feel like much more attention than the newborn phase because I mean, sleepy babies, hungry babies, cuddle, repeat. Not so much with a 5 and a 1 year old. And props to those who have 2 plus because yeah, you go girl. um but for me it's been a challenge to be able to split my time with my children, and making sure one doesn't feel left out while I'm doing something with the other one, and vice versa, because you kind of can't do the same thing with the 5 year old that you would do with the 1 year old, and you can't do the same thing with the 1 year old that you would do with the 5 year old, and that's really hard, especially for little girls, I believe, because I mean, little girls are just emotional beings, and that's okay. But we have to make sure we're balancing that and explaining how to treat and teach our minds to think positive and to, again, retrain and rethink happy thoughts every single day. And this could go on and on and on and on, but I'm just trying to like get to the point that when you take a minute to have a mental breakthrough to your mental state of mind to be peaceful, things will start to calm down. And I say this mostly because as a mother, I feel like we struggle with that a lot more than, fathers and or husbands. Single individuals, it's a lot to have to take care of your life and then take care of somebody else's multiples. So when I'm telling you it's a rethinking, retraining process, trust the process and put it into action. You can't tell yourself, I'm going to be positive, I'm going to get through this, and then slum it the rest of the day. That's not how it works. It's knowing you missed out and have lack of sleep, getting up and forcing yourself to be up before 7 a.m., 6 a.m., 5 a.m., whatever you choose, and get the ball rolling for the day. Take 30 minutes out of your day to dedicate to yourself, to dedicate to your mental health, to say, I'm up. Today you're mine. And I'm gonna run it. And not to run it because you know you can, but to be intentional with it. I mean, everyone is looking for peace. Everyone is looking for their peace of mind. But you got this. I want you to have this. I want you to know you're not the only one struggling. Mama, I know you're one tantrum and one hair pull and a bruised up knee breakdown away, but just know you're not alone. Promise. And I'm praying for you daily. And I'm praying for your mental state of mind because your children need happy, healthy mothers and fathers. But speaking from a mother's perspective, it's a lot to juggle. And there is no play-by-play book in this. There is no, you're doing it right, you're doing it wrong. There is no guideline. Except seeing joy on your kids' faces. Okay, but all that to say, you have to have a mental breakdown of your thoughts to have a mental breakthrough of clarity. And I get that now. I understand what that means. It's the light bulb in your head saying, train me up. Train me up. And I'll just leave it at that, because if I keep talking, then we're just gonna have a whole come to my TED Talk. Let's air out everything and just, but be happy and healthy and blessed. And I hope that you hearing me say this may help you. I really mean that.